Yeah, you're good, man. I'm just cheesing out. All right,
It was
we're
just
live.
like,
We're live. Just like what?
you got your chat going on and shit?
Yeah, I'll post a link of the video if you want to have it pop up in your thing there.
Yeah, I'll check in eventually, maybe.
Eventually, maybe. I love that answer. That's like a nice way of saying I don't give a shit. I may check on it, but I don't really want to.
That's all good.
Nah, I'm just bugging, dude. But yeah, but like, dude, I'm really happy to see that because AJ kind of warned me about that shit. Told me that like fucking that we would hear something from them before the year is out, and fucking lo and behold, fucking we got that news today.
That's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, I kind of wish it wasn't a Switch exclusive, but fuck it, I'll double dip. I don't give a shit if I have to.
Oh, that game, yeah. So I was thinking the that's the Disney that I actually kind of like. Like it looks more authentic to Disney.
Yeah, it does.
I don't like the modern
It does.
Disney stuff
Yeah.
much.
Like if you ever seen the art style for the Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, that's the art style that they're pretty much basically fucking trying to mimic here. And to me personally, it looks fucking great. Like it looks fucking phenomenal, dude.
I still say fuck Disney, but
Now, don't
is
get me
what
wrong.
it is.
I agree with that statement. Don't get me wrong. But the thing of it is, man, like, I appreciate good like 2D side scrollers. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
look,
it's old school.
everyone,
Yeah, and they all
everyone,
didn't
everyone
fit.
gave me so much fucking flack, dude, for 3 years. Well, people still give me flack to this day, but for 2 whole years, from 2018 to 2020, for the release of Battletoads, I caught fucking so much fucking shit from people
Yo, when
DMing me
we're
telling
looking
me
at
that the game was canceled and shit because they went silent in 2019.
uh,
Uh,
bro, but like when we're looking at trailers, we're seeing the fucking gameplay mechanics and shit.
right.
Most people look at trailers, it seems like all they're looking at is the visuals. It's like, okay, what about the fucking actual action? You
Hey,
know what I mean?
somebody in my chat just asked me. He's like, "Yo, Fatal man, you gotta fucking you have to stream some big budget games, bro." No, the fuck I don't. Why should I do that?
Yeah, one sec.
Why would I waste my time doing that? Other than putting up gameplay videos for it or something like that, sure, that's different. Like I plan on doing that when I fucking play Ragnarok. You know what I mean? But like, I don't need to stream it. I mean, I would, but I'd rather stream games that most people are not going to blink an eyelash at. I prefer to have that be my fucking channel focus. Because to be fair, AAA games should sell itself. Indies and middle market, man, like they don't get that marketing push that like bigger budget AAA games tend to get. You know what I mean? Although I will say, like, respect to both Sony and also to Microsoft, because I do like the fact that even at the last state of play, while we did see a mixture of Sony IPs in the mix, we also saw a big fucking focus on a lot of indier stuff, like Stray and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I respect the hell out of Sony and Microsoft, and even Nintendo too when they do their indie directs too, because I think indies are definitely the most overlooked fucking side of the industry. Outside from a few standouts or streamers fucking, make that game pop. We've seen that plenty of times before, like Among Us and Rocket League and fucking Fortnite for that matter. But at the end of the day, well, Fortnite's not really fucking indie though, but either way. You see where I'm going with that. I'd rather fucking have my channel, like, don't get me wrong, I'll play AAA shit, but like only certain games I'll play, mainly from first party wise from Sony, because they're like really the only ones that can actually do it, well, decently well. What up, Savage? What up, Stardust? Raccoon Boy. How you doing? I haven't seen you in my chat in a minute, bro. You fucking bitch.
Alright, I'm gonna pop the chat open.
Fatal only respects Game Pass. No, it's not even that, dude. Like, fucking Temtem, for example, is a prime example of a game that is not on Game Pass that I purchased, and fucking I adore that game. You know what I mean? Oh, and by the way, like I said, Wolflow's in here too, by the way. So, I mean, it is a Wolflin fucking, or the Fatal Flow show, so.
What up? Oh no, tomorrow probably going down. The deal
Very nice, very nice.
should be done, but he hasn't. For sure, he'll be in touch.
No fatal like indies, but Soul Hackers would be good. Persona Strikes. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. There are other IPs too as well that I would like love to get my hands on and some of that, dude. But there's just other games that just have more of an attraction rate for me because like they look a little bit more obscure. And look, to be fair, right? Yeah, like if you look at like fucking somebody came out today and revealed the numbers that on how well that game is doing in Japan. That game is doing nothing for Atlas right now. Like it's sold like yeah, Soul Hackers 2, yeah. Like it literally fucking didn't sell on any platform in Japan essentially. Like very, very small. Really small. But at the same time though, like that would be a prime example of a game that I firmly believe that I think that more people need to see in order to make their judgment on it. You know what I mean? Like I saw Jay Barry upload a couple fucking videos on Twitter for it, and it didn't look that bad. It looked generic as shit for a JRPG, but it didn't look awful though. Yeah, shout out to you, Latency, man. You're the one that showed me that tweet that I'm referring to. Yeah, The Last of Us remake sold nothing too. Yeah, it did. The only reason why the numbers sound like they were small because they're only counting one day. Whereas Saints Row had 3 days fucking counted. You know what I mean? For that to be number one fucking in the UK and shit like that. So having Last of Us be number one during that week for only a 1 day and it sold half. You see where I'm going with that.
People were spinning it. Okay.
Well, people were saying like that it flopped in the UK and shit, and it's just like no, it only has 1 day under its belt, where Saints Row fucking had 3 days under its belt before the charts got updated. Oh, you talking about in Japan? Not many games sell well in Japan, especially on the fucking from the Western Hemisphere side of the fucking world when it comes to gaming. Those games don't sell for shit in Japan. You know that. Hey, yeah, Soul Hackers 2 is very mediocre. The hell was that?
Get that garbage out of here.
I don't know, man. Like, if people like it, people like it. People don't have to like it. I mean, it is what it is. People are entitled to their own opinion. That's all it is. I'm not going to sit there and say that it's garbage. Ooh, why? Because I saw some gameplay for it. Nah, I'm not an ignorant motherfucker, dude. I'll just say that. I'm sorry, man. Like... Not to be a dick or anything, dude, but like if you seriously judge a game based on like a trailer reveal or fucking whatever the case may be, dude, I'm sorry, dude, but that is the most idiotic thing possible to judge a game based on that when the trailer itself doesn't break down anything about the game. You know what I mean? It's just cut and dry, fucking shows you the like the places you're going to be going and like the gameplay, and that's about it. But it doesn't break down the mechanics. It doesn't break down it doesn't show you the interface. It doesn't show you shit. You know what I mean? At least with fucking Redfall's gameplay, at least they showed you the fucking, like, the inventory screen. They showed you the fucking skill system tree. Like, you know what I mean? That kind of shit. But me personally, though, I don't like the fact that a lot of people judge games based on the very first trailer that we see, because to me that's not really a fair assessment in my opinion.
Right, but at least if they show some gameplay, that gives you a glimpse. Like, you gotta look at some gameplay.
Hold on.
If there's no gameplay, then we don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta fix the audio for you. There, talk now, there, Wolflow.
Oh, it was too low or something.
Okay, no, I fixed it. The sound bar was just a little bit lower down. I just put it up a little bit more, and now you sound fine.
Sweet. Yeah, these trailers, man. We need to see gameplay.
Right? No, yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's nice when we do see gameplay for sure. Because I mean, that makes sense. Because that's what our eyes want to be attracted to. You know what I mean?
I just want to see gameplay. That's all I give a fuck about.
Right. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, when we do see that gameplay, a lot of people judge it automatically and call it garbage or call it trash. Only because, for the vast majority of consumers out there, it doesn't meet their standards. So if a game doesn't meet their standards, it's going to automatically be a trash-ass game to them because it doesn't meet what they see or what they want in a video game. You know what I mean? Instead of using this console war shit would never be a thing. If people use those words,
Well,
there we go.
to be fair, a lot of the time people interact online. They can't really tell if somebody's joking or not because they're just typing.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to get sarcasm out of fucking texts and shit. Yeah, and I agree with that.
But that can happen too.
Right, yeah, no, and I 100% agree with that. But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of people fucking, like, so for example, right, like, people don't remember or recall, at least anyways, back when Hellblade 1 first got revealed, right? This was back in 2014, and then we didn't see nothing outside of you, like, if you were, like, following along with fucking Ninja Theory and some of that on Twitter and YouTube, whatever you want to call it, you would get, like, these daily vlog videos, right? Or weekly vlogs, or monthly vlogs, what they were, or some shit. I watched every single one of those episodes that dropped for that game, and seeing how that game went from when it first got revealed to the end product when I fucking originally played it was kind of an interesting experience to fucking see Ninja Theory go through the process of that, especially all, like, the really neat things that the studio came up with, man, on how to, like, get the audio and, like, how to blend, like, full motion video into the game so that it looks authentic and shit. Like, it was so cool, man. Like, and people want to question Hellblade 2's development. Now, see, the problem is with that statement, though, is that no one would be questioning Hellblade 2's development, man, if they were left alone. If they weren't under Microsoft's heading, or they weren't under somebody else's heading. If they were by themselves like Hellblade 1 was, no one would be saying a fucking thing right now. Just like how nobody said a fucking thing about the first Hellblade game until literally 6 months prior to launch. Is where I saw people come out and go, man, I'm super hyped for this game. Yet they don't even realize or even fucking remember that it was announced fucking 4 years prior. Or no, well, 3 years prior. That kind of shit like that. And it's just like, man, stop questioning stupid shit like that, man. Because at the end of the day, you're really starting to show your true fucking fanboyism side. I don't care to see that shit. I don't even want to see that shit. Like, either be excited for the game or not be excited for the game and move the fuck on. You know, that's all it takes, man. That's all it takes. Hard to get sarcasm in text. Oh, really? You don't say. Shut up, fucking Savage, you sarcasm fucking prick. Nah, I'm just kidding, Savage, man. One named Shadow. Shit, what up, brother? How you doing, man? I guess Soul Hackers 2 is not coming to the Switch then. I don't know. I do not know. That Marvel game showcase shit that happened today. Probably the worst showcase I've ever fucking seen in life. Like, this shit was worse than fucking Inside Xbox. Like, it was literally 90% mobile games, and the rest, like the bigger reveals were like, The only highlight in the entire thing for me was the very first game they showed off, and that's the Disney Illusion Island. And the only reason why I'm so fucking excited for this game, because it's made by the team that made Battletoads.
I just like the mechanics that I've seen.
Yeah, dude.
That's more interesting
Yeah.
than Battletoads even, maybe. I like the wall jumping and shit like that.
Yep.
Could be good. How come there's not more of that, like wall running and jumping in games?
Yeah, dude. Nah, Delilah can make really, really good fucking side-scrolling platforms, man. And that's another thing, too. I'm really glad to see a lot of, like, older genres that kind of played itself out back in, like, the 90s and some of that kind of withered away to come back. Like, seeing the resurgence of beat-em-up games make a comeback, dude, is just fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Like Shredder's Revenge, Streets of Rage 4, fucking the Cowabunga Collection, plus other indies that are fucking jumping on that bandwagon, too, as well. Fucking love it. Because to be honest, man, no genre should technically die as far as I'm concerned, man. Because there's always going to be a fan base for them. There's always going to be people that are going to want to go back and play that style of shit because that's what it was for us as kids, man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I see you're talking a lot about different genres.
Right. Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Oh, shit.
So, okay, I have to word this very carefully because I don't want to upset anybody and I don't want to piss off any fan
It's very
bases.
neat.
So I'm just going to ask the question in a very straightforward fucking question, right? I'm just going to say it in a straightforward way. What genres does both Microsoft and Sony excel at when it comes to their first party IPs? Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, it's kind of an important question in my humble opinion that I see literally nobody ever bringing up into the topic and conversation-wise, because it paints a really big picture about
Yeah,
the
forget
pros
Excel.
and cons of each company.
Forget Excel. What genres
What
do
excel?
each even have?
You son of a bitch.
Forget excelling. Like, what genres do they even have?
No,
That
I
many
say
games?
excel because, to be
Well,
honest, man,
what genres do they have multiple games in?
like
I mean,
like I'll give you an example, right? Like Sony is godlike, man, at making action adventure games. They've proven that time and time again with like 90% of their releases they released over the last decade. You know what I mean? And they know how to do that shit. Racing games, they've been making Gran Turismo since the PS1. That hasn't changed. They're still very, very good at, like, Polyphony Digital is still pretty good at making their racing games. But I was sitting here today thinking to myself, and I was like, fuck, man, like, what other genres does Sony, like, fucking master at, dude? That sells them a lot of fucking units and shit like that, no matter what generation we're in and whatever the case may be. And after reflecting on that for a while, dude, like, I legit, honestly, and not even fanboying here, I legit fucking came to the realization, man, it's literally two fucking genres they excel at. Microsoft, I'll give them one, and that's simulation-wise, and maybe RTS because of Age of Empires, but they're not even studios that they own. It's just IPs they own. So,
oh, that's
like,
different. You
yeah,
gotta
it's
go with
different, yeah.
studios that they own currently, maybe.
Right.
Because otherwise, what's the point? Like, if it's a studio that's from before, does that? I don't know. I guess you can count that. Like, because yeah, I guess we're looking back over time. Are we looking back towards like the beginning, like our OG Xbox and PS1?
Now, that also poses another question. Because
Are we going
the
all
P,
the way
well,
back? Or
no, well, I mean, we can go back, like, but if we go back, then fucking like, see, that's where that line in the sand gets drawn, right? Because like, Sony during the PS1 generation was like they were the new hot commodity. They came in, fucking burst of flamings. They fucking shat in Nintendo's mouth. You know what I mean? But like, Spyro was a hit. Crash was a hit. Twisted Metal was a hit. Like, they had a lot of great fucking IPs under their belt, man, that were like that.
okay,
Like, they had Legend of Legaia, Legend of Dragoon, and shit when they were making JRPGs themselves. Fucking yeah, like that was,
so
to
you're
me, the
talking
PS1
about
and
like
PS2 was the golden days of what I would consider to be the classic PlayStation. And
okay, let's
and
go.
I
Let's
would
go.
say the most of PS3 too as well.
Why don't you pose your question from last gen on?
Okay, well, I mean, fuck it. We'll use the PS3 to the fucking to now current. What genres? Because to be fair, like that
Why don't we go
first
back to the
the PS1
PS3?
generation was them settling in, getting their devs, buying out studios, whatever the case may be. A lot of people don't remember that. And then getting more comfortable with the industry, right? PS2 comes around, they fucking fix all the mistakes they had from the PS1, and PS1 was no fucking slouch either, guy. Like, Jesus Christ, that console was a fucking beast. You know what I mean? Classic after classic on that motherfucker. Go to the next generation with the PS2, right? The PS2, if you really, really look at the amount of every single North American release, not the Japanese side, I understand that, but like every game that came to North America, including JRPGs that also got released over here, outside from your traditional standouts like your God of War and like other ones that Sony had from their first party and a couple JRPGs, that generation, like the PS2, was fucking mediocre as fuck. Go look at every fucking North American release to ever launch on the PS2 and you will see what the fuck I'm talking about. I did a video a long time ago where I was showcasing every game box North American watch the PS2. And by the time I came out of it, dude, even people in the chat at that time were sitting there and like, wow, the PS2 wasn't that very good, huh? I'm like, no, dude, it wasn't. There was so much fucking trash and garbage on that fucking console, dude. But the standouts, though, were the highlights of that fucking generation. Fucking Metal Gear Solid 3, God of War trilogy. What up, Thrash? God of War trilogy. Fucking everything else that Sony had under their belts, man. That, like, even Twisted Metal Black and shit like that. Classic after hit after hit after hit. That's always been Sony's biggest trend. And that's one thing I've always respected them for, because they always stay consistent. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't downgraded their fucking quality of games, at least from what I've played of it. Nothing yet. You know what I mean? Xbox has a long way to go to even come close to touching that, because back when they bought, I mean, Rare shot themselves out of the fucking bed early on with Nintendo. That's why Nintendo let them go. Microsoft had no clue what the fuck they were buying. They literally had no clue what company Rare was at the time when they bought them out. That's why Rare was so mistreated for fucking decades, dude. Like, if you go and look at all the Rare titles that Microsoft got when they bought out Rare, from the Conker's Bad Fur Day Reloaded remake to that fucking Ghouls game, what the fuck they made, and like a few other titles alongside like the launch titles that the 360 had, from Perfect Dark, Cameo, fucking Viva Pinata, whatever the case may be. None of those stand out. Like, maybe Conker's Bad Fur Day Reloaded, because that is an awesome fucking remake. But everything else, like, you ask the vast majority of people and you ask them about fucking Cameo, right? Like, what game is that? I don't remember that game. Some people do remember it, though, and they do give that game credit, because that game was fucking decent for a Rare game. You know what I mean? It had, like, an old-school Rare vibe to it, man, like, that people remember, you know what I mean? Perfect Dark was trash. Zero was trash. Viva Pinata wasn't bad. It just didn't find an audience. Like, they even tried to put fucking Viva Pinata on the DS to try to push an audience, man, and even that, nobody cared for it. In fact, I guarantee you talk to a lot of fucking Nintendo fans, dude, that were during that, like, were part of that DS era. They probably don't even have fucking a clue that Viva Pinata was released on the fucking DS. But I will say, though, if you want to talk about probably the biggest console with the biggest amount of shovelware, nothing will ever touch the Wii. The original Wii. That console, Jesus Christ. Which sucked ass, because you had to really fucking dig, Wolflow, man, to find the gems on the Wii, bro. You had to dig for that shit. Or you just had to take fucking gambles, man, and see. You never know. Like I did that shit with fucking Monster Lab, Apuna. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad that I do that, because fucking if I was just that customer that goes in and doesn't really like look at anything and just grabs exactly what you're grabbing, I would have missed out on games like Apuna and shit like that, dude. It's like, nah, man. Missing on a lot of good stuff, man. On a lot of good stuff. Hey, Thrash, man, did you watch that fucking Disney shit? No, that shit was trash, dog. Straight trash.
Okay, well, Sony did have a pretty significant fighter last gen.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
But it's not really first party, though, is it?
No, but it literally stayed exclusive the entire generation. There is no other version. There's no Switch or Xbox version. So it technically is a PS5 or PS4 game, essentially. But it's not first party, though. But you can have it if you want. I don't give a shit. I mean, because it never got released on any other platform other than PC and fucking PS fucking 4.
Right.
Because like I said, I asked the question again, like not talking shit or doing it, like no. Like I said, I keep that exclusively for the Roundtable Discord. But the thing is, like, it got me thinking, man. I was like, fuck. Like, we know Microsoft has a long way to go to even prove what kind of genres that they can actually do well. I mean, they did Halo for a while. Now look what happened to that fucking genre. They did Gears good for a while. Look what happened to that game. I get all that part. So they still have a long way to go to fucking prove that. If they ever do, whatever. But, like, Nintendo was good at a lot of genres. You know what I mean?
I'm going to give you, like, I wouldn't say excel, because it's not, this is like one game. Actually, you know what? I'll say two games, because if we're going back, even PS4, they kind of brought it back. You got shit like Journey and Shadow Colossus.
Flower?
Which I guess Shadow Colossus is a remake. They did a full remake of that.
Yeah, they did.
Blue Point.
Yeah, Blue Point did. Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta give that credit where it's due, and that's a puzzle. It's kind of more like a puzzle game in a way.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
And well, don't forget about
like
Flower too. Flower was another fucking interesting,
action.
relaxing game too, as well on the PS3.
Right.
Yeah, that game was fucking great. Pain. Even when
Right.
Sony had Pain. Yo, speaking of that, fucking, you know a game that just got re-released yesterday? And I'm so fucking glad. I mean, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was already out. Tomorrow Children. That was a game that came out in like 2016. That people, outside people who I knew that I played it with, because that game was phenomenal. Great.
No, you do have Dreams, which is also one of those.
Dreams is the most creative game I've seen come out of Sony in a fucking hot take, dude. Like that studio, never get rid of that fucking studio, man. Like that studio can make some amazing fucking shit, and Dreams is fucking proof of that.
Fair, I haven't played much Dreams. I don't know why, because I would probably.
Dude, there's so much amazing shit in Dreams, man. It's fucking retarded, dude.
Right. Now there's probably way better shit.
Oh, there's mountains of amazing stuff that I've seen. Like, there's a channel that I follow on YouTube, man, that just makes videos fucking based on stuff that people create in Dreams. Bro, fucking nuts. The shit people can make.
Yo, but yeah, so see, Sony has covered a lot of genres. They've dipped their toes in different shit.
Right.
And
they've also proven time and time again they can make these genres extremely fucking well. But they don't want to. And it's just like, I get it. But it's like, come on, man. Like, and don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that Sony doesn't have fucking a lot of diversity. Oh, no, they do. They do. I'm just saying, like, fucking, like, to me, when you look at a game like Returnal, right, people like sheer like away from that game because of its difficulty, or people that just don't like roguelike games. And I get that. Roguelike is definitely a niche genre for sure, but there's a lot of people that like it though. Like, I wouldn't say it's niche, but I would say like it's about mid. You know what I mean? And fucking, like, it's a real shame that game, because that game, for my money, is definitely the best game to have released on the PS5 at launch so far. And for my money, it is. I mean, everything else is just, you know, the icing on the cake as far as I'm concerned. But Returnal,
so I know
want that game so bad.
I know what Microsoft excels at. Well, they don't make
taking your fucking money and not giving you nothing.
No, you know what genre Microsoft excels at?
What's up?
Platforming.
Platforming?
Like new studios, dude.
What's that?
Fucking hungry. And okay. Tunic is Tunic a Microsoft studio?
No.
Do they own that IP or that?
No, they made a deal with the developer to get in the Game Pass day one. That's all they know.
PS4. PS4 plays, you gotta play Tunic. That game's phenomenal.
Wait, hey! People can have their chance now on the PlayStation side. It's dropping this month on PS5 this month. Don't sleep on Tunic, man. I'm telling you, do not sleep on Tunic. I know you guys don't take what I say to heart. I know you guys don't like when I recommend shit, but I rarely ever recommend shit. But Tunic, go through Tunic, man. It's worth it, trust me. If you want that old school fucking Link to the Past kind of vibe, Tunic is not going to disappoint you, man.
Keeps your brain fucking working.
Yeah, man. Don't sleep on Tunic, man. That's the only recommendation I'll give you guys. Do not sleep on Tunic when it drops on PlayStation later this month.
Yeah, Moon Studio is pretty good, man. I wonder what they're going to make next.
Well, whatever they make, I'm definitely copying it for sure, because after playing Ori and the Will and the Wisp and Blind Forest, those two games are fucking fabulous, dude.
Oh, it brings so much shit together.
Well, that's right. Yeah. You did go through Ori and the Will of the Wisp, didn't you?
Yeah, I loved those games.
Yeah, those games. Yeah.
Will of the Wisp is like one of my favorite
again.
games.
Look at that. The Ori games, man. Again, just proves that side-scrolling, like fucking old school type kind of games, man, are still alive and well, man. That's the hilarious thing.
Yo, I wish. I kind of wish they would combine JRPGs with that, so it's like it gives you the platforming, because a lot of JRPGs suffer in between segments, right? Like traversal.
Well, I mean, you have games like fucking Astria Ascending and stuff like that has platforming and shit like that.
Yeah, but it doesn't have much emphasis on the actual platforming in that game.
No, it doesn't. But the puzzles are clever as fuck,
Very
though, and
neat.
like the areas and the dungeons that you do, where like they're all themed related, right? So
Because that was one of the missed opportunities in that game, I think. It
Hey.
had been perfect for that. Vanillaware could probably do something good like that too.
yeah.
I fucking love that 13 Sentinels too.
Well, that's right. That's part of your little fucking Switch
I
haul you're
think-
getting.
I think that is a JRPG you would enjoy. I really think.
What,
you
13
would.
Sentinels?
Yes.
I might have to put it on my list then.
It's actually up your alley. It's something totally different.
Right. No, I'll definitely add it to my my arsenal of games that I fucking definitely plan on purchasing in the foreseeable future. Man, there's a lot of shit on my list, dude. Man, trust me. So I saw this video. Now I don't know if you watched the video. I don't think you watched the video, even though I tried to get you to watch it. But it was a very, very interesting fucking topic. Because so I forget what the guy's name is, but he brings up a valid point as to, do we have too many fucking games that are coming out that like just gives us too much to play, and is that becoming a problem? Now, to be 100% fucking like 100% fucking honest with you guys, dude, man, I agree that there is a lot of stuff that just is coming out. But again, like people like me, right, that gun for playing a lot of unique shit or just want to try different things out and see what clicks and what doesn't click, you know what I mean? Fucking, that's totally on the person that does that. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with a service like Game Pass. You know what I mean? But sometimes, though, Game Pass has those moments where, like, there are games that I currently already own. So it kind of alleviates that fucking... You know what I'm saying? So it's like, cool. There's like 2 games that are dropping in the first half. You know what I mean? Instead of like fucking 4 or 5.
The more games, the merrier to me.
Right, but that can also lead to a negative thing, though, too, right? Because, like, if you start, like, cramming up your backlog and whatever the case may be, like, are we ever going to get fucking through our backlog? Probably not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, because you're obviously going to you're going to mainly focus on games that you want to play first, and then by the time you finish those games, like, I don't really feel like going back and playing this right now. You know what I mean? Like, because either something else comes out, or you just don't really have any more interest in that game, or whatever the case may be.
Oh, that's good. Like, having a backlog for me is amazing because I get more deals. I'll find bargain deals and shit. That's awesome.
Yep.
Like, I don't need to like play the latest hot shit. I don't give a fuck. I just play whatever I'm in the mood for.
Yep.
Go with the flow.
Yep.
When I feel like playing something, I don't know. I'm gonna start looking out like Kijiji and shit too, though. Like, just put it out there when I'm looking for.
Right.
Because if people can sell it to me for a good price, and I always like getting a deal, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, like, yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you just gotta look at like the certain things. You just gotta see what you're interested in. Like, I'm acutely aware, fully aware that I know that not everyone's gonna like strategy games. Not everyone's gonna like RTSs. Not everyone's gonna like fucking Western RPGs over JRPGs and vice versa wise and whatever, right? So that part I get. I just wish upon a star, you know what I mean? Like that, like gamers would do less bickering about dumb shit from both sides, all sides, in fact, PC included. Fuck it, you know what I mean? And just talk about fucking games, man, instead of bitching at each other day in and day out on social fucking media about what platform is better. No one gives a fuck, man. And people have their own distinct preference on what they like. Who am I to judge them for that?
I usually think the exact same way. Like I can find it funny people care more about exclusivity than fucking the actual gameplay. But I just find that funny. But at the same time, do we really want some of these people actually talking about games? Because then when they're talking about the games, they're just gonna say some of the dumbest shit ever. And
of course.
No idea about the games, right?
Yeah, of course. Like, yeah, no, that's factual, dude. Because at the end of the day, dude, man, like, you're not gonna please everyone. You know what I mean? Like, a remake might come out for a game that you fucking adore of your childhood or that you enjoyed back in your childhood, man, and the remake just doesn't click. Final Fantasy VII Remake is like that for me. Yeah, I rag it on all the fucking time, sure. But that game is just a horrible written fucking remake, man. Like, all the new things added to that game, dude, are fucking garbage. I'm sorry, but it is.
I mean, I enjoyed I enjoyed the actual main segments. It was good, although it's like, why did they had unnecessary padding in the game? Like, I don't want to fucking
Way
chase
too
a
much
bunch of
padding,
cats around the fucking.
shitty
Bro,
fucking
I
side
don't want to
quests,
find a bunch of fucking kittens around the fucking town and shit like that,
and
bro.
an
Like,
ending that was so
you just
fucking
didn't have to do
mediocre,
any of
dude.
it.
Like, ugh. But hey, listen, a lot of people fucking enjoyed that game. I sure the fuck didn't.
You want a good ending, bro? You gotta play. Just nah. I can't. You gotta play fucking Trails in the Sky, man.
Jesus Christ.
That doesn't
I
get
already told you, I own it
on.
on Steam.
That's the one to play. Like, forget jumping into Cold Steel. You don't want to do that. You
Right.
want to get to know these characters. I hate it when they always tell you, "Oh, you can just start at this game," just because they want to sell their new games, right? But
Yeah.
nah, you want to start usually from the beginning, unless it's like completely different characters and shit, right?
Yeah, like Xenoblade
Not
and
that
shit.
universe. Definitely not that universe. You gotta go back. Yo, and now all those games are coming out, like the Crossbell collection and everything. Or no, they're coming out. First one is Tales of Xur, I believe.
No, I know what you're talking about though, because I saw it the other day.
Zero or Xur coming out first. I don't remember.
Right.
I think it's Xur. But probably saying that shit wrong too. But Azure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking nutty, dude. I feel the same about those claims to be tech people, but when they talk about tech, they only repeat PR talking points. Exactly, Savage. Yes. Thrash has called out a few people that do that shit, dude, man. Those people are either no longer around or they don't really fucking talk to people that very much on social media.
Yo, I like how the fucking Digital Foundry responded to Thrash, bro.
Hey, that motherfucker, dude, man, he'll get under your fucking skin, man, and he'll make sure he'll make sure that he gets his fucking point across. I can tell you that, dude. Like, he don't shy away. Like Thrash, man, like, if you're still in my chat, dude, yeah, he doesn't sheer away from fucking making his point heard, bro, and I respect the fuck out of him for that, because a lot of people won't do that shit. A lot of people won't be honest about the games that they're fucking playing and whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
Bro, you know who I miss in the gaming community? He's doing fucking. He's in the fucking fragrance community now. RXL, man.
The fragrance?
Yeah, he's in the fragrance community.
Hey, man, RXL was a fucking hilarious dude, man.
PlayStation fragrance.
Yo, when he made videos about me and shit like that under my old name, dude, that dude fucking cracked my ass up, man. Never got offended by any of the videos that he made, because I knew the type of guy that he was. Because Dave already told me in advance and shit like that. Yeah, man. YouTube was different back in 2015 and up, dude, man. Shit, it was an entirely different ball game, dude.
Man. Those were the days.
Mm-hmm.
That was pure entertainment, man.
Oh, hell yeah, it was.
I don't know. I don't keep up with many channels these days, man. Like, I even haven't watched the friggin' what's it called in a while either. Friggin' PlayStation guys, Bari and Persona, man.
Yeah, their podcast is awesome too as well. Yeah. Right. I also like the fact too as well yesterday when I retweeted at Jay Bari the video that Silver Sky still has on his channel, right, back when we were playing Uncharted 4. So it was glitch against the PC Council or the PS Council. Yeah, he didn't respond back to that tweet.
Why would you do that, bro?
No, that shit was fun, dude. That shit was great.
Yeah.
That shit was so much fucking fun, man. Like, see, that was a fun
to have more matches.
Right, yeah, like that was a fun kind of like, you know what I mean? Like small gaming communities coming together at the time of night, you know what I mean? And fucking just having fun, you know what I mean? Like,
you should have more of that.
Yeah,
sure.
Dude.
Like different games, multiplayer games.
Yeah, dude, like shit, man. Like, I don't care about the competitive side of things. I don't care if you kick my ass in the fucking fighting game. Cool.
Right.
Yeah, I don't gain anything from that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really play fighting games because I'm not that very good or fucking at them, and I don't care to learn them.
I don't know, they seem too complex for me these days, bro. Like, I wish there was
Oh
more
no, I
like
wish fighting
simplistic
games were a
fighting.
lot more complex, man. Like I said, you know what I mean. But at the same
I'm
time,
not into that
yeah,
complex
no,
shit.
I get it though. I get it. Yeah, like the
It's
tech
really,
and shit. Yeah. Playing
it's
footsies and reading
hardcore, man.
frames. I don't got time to do that shit.
I mean, I like fucking.
But I respect the
I
community
just
that
don't
does
want to
though.
learn all like the frames and everything
Yeah, but I
like
mean,
that.
but at the same time, I have a lot
I
of
guess
respect
that's
for the
fun.
community that does spend time doing that shit because it does help
Yeah,
those
just
people out
play
that
the
like
game
that
and do
stuff.
it.
Yeah, and that's I have to be respectable of that.
Maybe it's just I haven't found a fighting game that really like get me to commit.
Well, Tekken would have been that, but
So you know,
I
what
said
fighting
fuck
games,
no to
dude.
Tekken 7 after I bought that shit. I was like, nah, bro.
I wish they had like more to it than just the fighting world. Like I wish like I don't know, there was like some kind of like campaign where you could fucking do some other kind of shit too. I don't know why. Just
Dude, fucking like during the PS3 is like when I kind of like
remember,
found that resurgence to get back into fighting games and shit because like Mortal Kombat 9, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the second one came and got re-released. 2 as well. I played that with my friends. I played 3 with I almost platted fucking Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I played the fuck out of that game.
I love the old school Mortal Kombat too.
Oh yeah, the old school
All,
ones. Yeah.
all the way up to 9, pretty much, or up to 8. I don't remember 8.
Yeah, it was definitely some good times, man.
I liked how it had like that conquest mode and shit like that. I don't know, they were just innovating, doing different things. Like they had the impaling and side steps and the fucking
Right.
other shit that other games had too, like the stances. But I don't know, with the weapons and everything, it got interesting. I
Mm.
mean,
So I'm sure the chat's aware of fucking about the Queen and how everyone's celebrating that shit. For good reasons, of course. People were asking me the other day, fucking, like, oh, what's your stance on that, dude? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah.
I personally don't care. I just see her face on our fucking on our dollar bills and coins, whatever.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't like that shit. Don't bother me at all, man. I'm not gonna be
I mean,
fucking.
she's pretty much the queen's pretty much the figurehead. She does do like, pretty sure she did a lot of different things in her time too, though. Like, and she's fucking
Dude, she even did
put
some
her
shit
time in,
recently, man, with
Put her
fucking
time-
with what's her name,
like
Megan and shit like that.
I don't know, like that kind of shit's not all it's cracked up to be either. Like you
It's not.
got a lot of fucking keeping up appearances and everything else. Like, it is what it is.
Or
I mean, I don't know much about the queen though, so I might have say.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I keep forgetting that fucking announcement was during that shitty fucking Marvel event. They're remastering that classic. You know how like they fucking came out with like those Disney games, like The Lion King, Aladdin, and like Jungle Book and shit like that. Well, the same developer, I think I'm not sure if it's the same developer or whatever you want to call it. But there's a new remaster coming out for Gargoyles. Fucking day one buy.
Oh, that's what gargoyles?
Okay, don't you remember the old school Disney Gargoyles game that was on Genesis and shit? There's a remaster coming back for that.
That's sick though.
Fucking right, it is.
Genesis was sick.
Yo, and I would love for that to get a fucking resurgence for that cartoon, bro, and see somebody make that cartoon come back because that cartoon was like the fuck, dude. Bro, people don't realize, man, the shit that we watch today is fucking trash.
Let me say one thing though. This whole queen thing, right? Are people really fucking like blaming the queen for a fucked up world? Like, if you're gonna point your fingers at anybody, like it's the fucking all these other politicians and shit that are running shit.
Facts.
With people in all these different companies in their pockets and shit. Like all these people in these fucking.
No, she was 96, Shadow. She was 96, was she not? I'm pretty sure she died at 96, dude.
It's a big club and you're not in it, man. For sure.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the people pulling the strings. Fucking people need to start like holding accountable. How come we're not holding politicians accountable and shit? They can say one thing and then do the exact opposite.
Well, it's because maybe a lot of those people don't backlash and say anything, man. It's because they represent and support those fucking politicians, man. I mean, the right and the left does exist.
Well, even the politicians, they're just fucking puppets at the end of the day. Like. Come on, bro.
Well, that's all it is, dude. That's all it is, man. And, like, they say all this stuff that people want to hear, and then people fucking realize when that shit never happens, man. They're like, okay, well, never mind. We'll give them a chance, though.
They're all like that.
Look,
dude.
I don't want to get too deep in this
Right.
conversation, man, because like it's a very touchy subject,
Right.
and I don't want to piss anybody off. But I'll just leave it at this. I prefer listening to American politics than I do Canadian politics because American is just too fucking funny for me. I'm sorry, it's just too fucking funny.
Yeah, it is kind of. Like,
and I don't mean that in that kind of context. Jesus Christ, I'm saying in the sense like, trust me, like Canadian politics, dude, is so fucking boring. Like,
I don't know, dude. If you want some
boring.
comedy gold, bro, go to like City TV Toronto and fucking read the comment sections on the YouTube video. Like I used to resub to that.
Dude, fuck that. Just go watch any video with Rob Ford and you'll be happy.
That shit was hilarious. People fucking rip them so bad, bro.
Dude, I so want to fucking play that video of Rob Ford, that little compilation that somebody made. That shit was funny as fuck, bro. Yeah, fuck that. I need to find that. Because I want to play that shit. Because people need to see fucking what type of mayor this motherfucker was for Toronto, dude. God damn.
Yeah, the world's in a pretty fucked up place right now, though. For sure. There's a lot of fucking tensions around the world right now. A lot of countries are not doing very well, including the United States. So
yeah, man.
If you look around, we don't live under a rock. People aren't doing so well.
So that's actually, you bring up a good point because I have a question I want to ask. The whole COVID thing, right, and how people are chalking that off now as being an excuse now for a lot of these devs to delay their shit and fucking, or people will just say like, oh, that's an excuse, right? But it's funny to me when you see even recent, like just a couple days ago, fucking when you see tweets from developers saying, hey, I'm finally able to go back to the office after 2 years. Or I'm finally be able to go back to fucking work after 2 years instead of having to work from home. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, so clearly COVID thing is still a fucking issue, my guy. Because if it wasn't, then we wouldn't have all these fucking delays. Like, fuck, man. Like, people need to stop fucking saying that it's nothing more than an excuse when that fucking still plays a key factor as to why a lot of these games are being motherfucking delayed. Like, dear God. I wish American politics were boring. Yo, that's why I said that's why I don't follow Canadian politics, man. It's all full of bullshit, drama, fucking scandals, and whatever you want to call it over here. But they're seeing the way you guys bicker back and forth, left and right, dude, man. It's fascinating for me to hear.
All while the fucking just depreciating your dollars.
Yeah.
Trickle down economy.
Oh man, we're already heading that direction anyways.
Capitalist oligarchy system.
Right.
But are there any? Let's be real. They're the fucking cleanest shirt and dirty hamper, pretty much.
Right.
Put any government around.
So I just want to make a quick announcement here because we're not going to be going for too much longer because Wolfwood's got to get out of here in like 20 minutes. So I do want to bring this up tomorrow in the afternoon, probably around like, I don't know, I'm not sure exactly what time, but I'll make sure I let people know, on people who follow me on Twitter in advance. I'm going to do something a little different tomorrow. I'm not going to do a podcast. I'm not going to do fucking whatever you want to call it. But one thing that I'm kind of getting like this itch to do is I kind of want to do like a throwback, man. I want to fucking dig up some videos of like old ass fucking TV ads and commercials. I want to stream that shit to people, man.
That would be fucking dope.
Yeah, just like fucking, for like a little nostalgia trip. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be fun. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, fucking, if people want to come by and, and shoot the shits and have a nostalgia overload, bro. Because there's some hilarious shit that I forgot that existed in that time. I was like, oh shit, that was a thing. I forgot about that. So that's going to be tomorrow. I thought about doing it tonight, like, because I was thinking about doing it tonight, and I don't know. I was like, I might, but I don't know if I want to though. We'll see. But I might do it tomorrow instead.
Won't that like copyright? No, because these are old things that.
Yeah. And even if they do, anyways, fucking, I don't care. I've done it before, and I never got fucking struck down or that crap like that because I don't even monetize my shit.
Don't put any Disney stuff on there.
Nah, dude, I don't give a fuck.
You already know. Meanwhile, he's got a Disney thumbnail.
Well, I mean, if these videos are up on YouTube and they're not copyright content and they're not blocked and shit like that, then I shouldn't have a problem.
Fuck you, Disney.
I'll do what I want. But I think that'll be fun. I think that would be a nice little little event to do, man. Because I did that shit on my older channel, man, and a lot of people really, really dug the fuck out of it. Like I did one where it was all classic game commercial themes and shit. You know what I mean? From like NES to Atari and all that shit like that. That was pretty dope. I think I did that one on this channel a long time ago. I don't know, just something that I came up with an idea. I figured it'd just be something different for content wise for you guys and shit. Not like you guys give a fuck anyways. Ha ha! I'm just kidding. Please subscribe to my channel.
Maybe you need to start going after some channels, like calling them out on stuff.
But see, but that's the cheap way out though. If you want to gain subs quickly,
can do it respectably. You're good at that.
I mean, I could, but you know how the internet is though, Wolflo. When it comes to people, fucking, even if you do it in a polite way or in a negative way, dude, man, they're gonna come after your ass with a fucking army of fucking Twitterins. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. I don't want to deal with that shit. I've already dealt with that shit back on my old channel, man. I don't want to go through that crap again, dude.
Oh yeah, you get all their like.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying. I don't want any drama on my channel, so I'm just like, I want to stay fucking sheer clear of that stuff, dude.
Trolls. I hear you.
Like, I don't care if there's drama in the Roundtable Discord, because I mean that, like I said, like that's just in the Roundtable Discord. You know what I mean?
It's just annoying to deal with. You don't want to fucking associate. You don't want to converse with all those people.
Right. Exactly, Savage. Yeah, I don't want my channel going down that road, man. I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm here to do. That's not my vision on how I want to get my content across. Sure, I could definitely put a little bit more time into my videos, man, but I don't give a fuck.
Maybe you need to show some cleavage.
Motherfucker, what the fuck? No. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
You gotta make those. You gotta make those thumbnails with the crazy face where you're always like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I don't have a problem showing my face on camera. That's not a problem. But I'm not gonna do like these fucking shock and awe things, man. You only see that shit in reaction videos. I ain't becoming a reactor. I mean, I thought about it in the sense of reacting to game trailers, just strictly game trailers, and that's it. But no, I'm good. Although I would actually gain a lot more subs that way quickly if I did that, but no, I'm good. My camera on my laptop sucks chode anyways, man. It's all like fucking gray, fuzzy looking and shit. It looks awful.
Maybe you gotta come up with something totally original. Just take the shit that other people have done to make it. Do something brand new.
I mean, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. You have a pretty... Fuck you, Savage.
Think on that shit.
Yeah, that's something that I would have to actually, like, spend a lot of time thinking about and shit. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm good at... The what?
I remember one channel, the guy disappeared into thin air. But that dude vanished like a motherfucker. But he had like on his channel, he did like a game show podcast about games and shit.
Right.
Very interesting.
I mean, that's all it really is. It's like I'm just here to fucking share the games that I like playing, why I like playing them, and just like I just like fucking spreading my knowledge of gaming that I know anyways from stuff that I've played growing up as kids. You know what I mean? Like, and I love doing that. But at the same time, like, at the same time though too as well, I have to deal with seeing stupid shit every day. You know what I mean? Like, even if I wasn't on Twitter, I'm still going to see it one way or another. I'll see it from articles and shit.
Oh, man.
Nah, I don't need a webcam, dude. I can just use my fucking cell phone if I wanted to. All I would have to do is just buy myself a cell phone holder, right? And then face it so that it's like next to my laptop when I'm doing reaction videos, record both simultaneously, and then just put them in and link them together. That's all you got to do. There's some people that actually do that. Like if you don't have like the dual screen monitor set up and shit like that for a computer, just do it that way. Record your video fucking like camera wise off your phone because it'll look better, and then just add it to the video fucking afterwards. That's all you got to do. Maybe I should start doing that. Just doing like reactions to like game trailers and shit, like you know what I mean, like at events and whatnot. Just do them all pre-recorded. See how that goes. I don't know. It's something that I might try. One of these days, I might give it a shot.
Man, I'm burning out on these gummies, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna be ending this here. I'm having my last fucking stoke, and then I'm fucking out of here, dude. Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. Figured I'd just come in and chill with you guys for a little while and shoot the shits about some random shit. But shout out to Delilah Studios, man, for their next game. Very, very proud of that team. And believe me, they've already known them. Like I've already talked to them personally myself, so they already know I'm excited for it. The game looks good, dude. Like no bullshit for a Disney game, dude. It looks fucking wicked cool, man. Definitely excited for it. Come out next year. Fid will have clickbait thumbnails with his mouth open. Oh, dude, that's just fucking nah, dude. I ain't doing that. Yeah, fucking hell yeah, dude. Thank you guys for chilling with us today. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
I want to thank everybody for coming out, man. I appreciate it, dude, man. Thank you there, Stardust, Savage, fucking Bree, named Shadow, fucking Trickman. I haven't seen you in a hot take. Gaming Net, of course, my homie, of course. Fucking, who else was in here? Fucking the Raccoon was in here. Shout out to you, Thrash, popping in and saying, yo, I appreciate that. Mad respect for that, homie. Stardust, of course. Fucking can't forget about you, buddy. Yeah, so thank you, everybody, man. And I will see you guys here on the next one, bro. And I don't know. Like I said, if I do go live later on tonight with that commercial shit, I'll probably do it for like an hour. You know, just queue up a couple videos and just, you know, have some laugh and remember some shit. And